Welcome to Real Authority. Today I'm talking about Together, perhaps one of my most anticipated horror movies of the year. Probably not from the start, but ever since seeing the trailer play in front of Osgood Perkins the Monkey, I kind of been counting the days until it comes out. But that's how unique the concept was. Like the fact that it's about a couple moving into a new home where they find strange circumstances literally bringing them together was just so solid to me. And I mean, the posters and the marketing, that just intrigued me. Plus, the posters and the marketing further emphasized the fact that, yeah, you're getting that. Can you tell I'm a horror fan? And can you tell I suffered through heat? No matter if you're in a theater, you always have to go back outside. And man, the summer heat's taking a toll on me, man. I know that's not related to the movie. Other thing not related to the movie, there were people behind me who were basically talking, even though usually in a movie theater you're not supposed to talk. So yeah, it's annoying when people try to distract from the movie because it's exactly what I expected. A horror masterpiece. Easily the best horror movie of the year so far. Together gives exactly what it promises from the get-go. A horror movie thrill ride that's not going to be for everyone because, let's be honest, the concept of two people literally joining together feels like a strictly horror movie fan affair, which I am a horror movie fan. So if you're going into this casually, yeah, you're going to be probably disgusted, but the movie's intentionally trying to be disgusting, which I'll start off with the practical effects. They're phenomenal. If you thought the practical effects in The Substance and Nosferatu were good, you have no reason to say these aren't phenomenal, because they are. Can we line up the Oscar nomination already? It's super solid. I was in disbelief, but also I kind of expected the movie to go all out. I'm not even sure if that's CGI. You better tell me it's not CGI, because the practical effects are so good. Disgusting, yes, but intentionally so. Secondly, Alison Brie and Dave Franco are so great together. I was actually very impressed by their performances, but granted, I wanted to care about their characters, so the fact that they delivered and made their characters into actually sympathetic ones that even though they're in a strange situation where they're like joining together, you actually care for their characters, and to an extent do not want to see them be conjoined because of how good their performances are and how good their characters are. I can't see Tim and Millie being played by anybody else, so Franco and Brie, you absolutely killed it. Also, Michael Shanks exceeded expectations with his directing and screenplay. His directing and screenplay got me incredibly invested in these characters, plus I love the way the movie's directed. A lot of shots were beautiful thanks to Jermaine McMicking's cinematography, so credit where credit's due there. Shanks creates this atmosphere which you can't help but be sucked in by. It's incredibly creepy, and yet oddly funny in a lot of places because Brie and Franco have such good material. Their characters feel like normal human beings, so the fact that they're in this situation, you actually feel for them in a lot of places because although we may know more than they do at one point, the journey of unraveling what's actually happening alongside the characters was really fun. And disgusting and creepy and horrifying as well, but oddly fun. So yeah, that intense atmosphere was really stunning and incredible, so I gotta credit Shanks for that, and also, again, the performances of Brie and Franco. They were really good. I'm not joking. I have to stress that out. Sorry if I butcher the name, but Cornell Wilczek's score was also incredibly eerie, managing to increase the horrific atmosphere to such a degree that it's almost uncomfortable. Well, granted, the movie is trying to make you feel uncomfortable because of the circumstances of literally conjoining together. Like, if you see a poster like this and think, yeah, this is probably going to be a digestible movie, brother, you do not know what you're getting into. If you're a casual moviegoer and you're thinking that, unless you're acquainted with horror movies and stuff like Cronenberg, I guess, or The Substance and Nosferatu, in case you're not a Cronenberg fan, then I tell you, you gotta actually prepare yourself for this movie. This is an experience that is probably not going to be for casual moviegoers. Luckily, I'm a horror movie fan and more or less appreciate art house cinema. Like, this was released by Neon. They usually pump out bangers. Oh, did I say Brie and Franco were really good? There was a moment in the movie where I felt like it was about to fall flat, in all honesty. But thankfully the movie knows how to tell its story, so I really do love the journey that it takes audiences on. And I do feel that the fact that I thought it was about to fail, and then it just didn't, I guess that's a testament to how good the movie is. Yeah, Together. The positive reviews are absolutely underselling it. This was an experience. One of the best films of the year, and so far easily the best horror movie of the year. It's something that I could not believe was as good as it is, but also I was kind of expecting to be surprised by how awesome it was. If there were any movies this summer where I was like, yeah, it's guaranteed to be awesome, Together was high up on that list. It's a bittersweet horror thrill ride that really does understand how to balance likable characters with very scary horror, some moments of actually well-timed humor, and just an overall relatability in spite of the near supernatural circumstances. It's really an experience that any horror fan should check out. I'm not sure about casual moviegoers, but again, horror movie fan. You'll absolutely have a delight, but for everybody else, you definitely do need to prepare. But for the real authority and his expectations, he absolutely approves, no questions asked. 10 out of 10. I'm glad I was able to ignore the people speaking in the background and just fully dive into this incredible experience. Guess I'm gonna end it there. Let me know what you thought about Together. It's really one of those films that I just love and I kinda knew I was gonna love. So yeah, indeed. What a way to end July. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, make sure you comment your thoughts on Together, and let me know what your favorite horror movie of the year is so far. I know we're not even close to Halloween season, but I am curious. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Peace.